Hello, guys, and welcome back. My name is Ellington, and here we are with another beautiful battle on Total War Rome 2. This one is a great one. From what I understand, it was sent in by a person named Willem, or Fight Me, who is in this battle, of course. And it's supposed to be pretty good. I looked at the players that are in it, and it's got some pretty darn good players in it. So, let's just go ahead and look at some factions and stuff. You can see some artillery bombardment coming in, trying to take out the Parthian ballista here. We're on the map of Casurgis, by the way. Now, for the attackers, we have got Kush as being commanded by Aristocrat. We have Parthia being commanded by Pacifist. And finally, Athens being commanded by Fight Me. Oh, look over here real quick, boys. We have Pontic Royal Cavalry out on the edge here on the side of Athens. As the attacker, or as the defenders, excuse me, we have got Pontus being commanded by Mr. Gray. We've got JJJ being commanding Seleucid. And finally, Saba being commanded by Candor. All right, so Kush and Athens really making a strong push this way. Got some tortoises coming off to the wall here with towers that I believe are being used to block the ballista there. Then over here, ooh, I heard artillery coming in on this side. Not sure what they were shooting at, but... This Pontic cavalry really pushed all the way to the back flank of Athens. I'm sure he's just kind of keeping his options open of which way he's going to go. But it looks like some thorough spears from Athens are actually going to leave their tower and maybe try and get a sneaky little Pila toss into that cavalry. Yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure that these three towers are being used to just try and basically block this ballista. Had some thorax swords on these towers. Used to have some desert levy on here, but it looks like they are now getting off of the tower. As you can see, Parthia and Kush also pushing onto this side here. Unfortunately, this is from the attacker's point of view, so we cannot see quite much of anything from the defenders. We can see this area here, some Pontus here, Pontic swords looks like. But, I mean, that's pretty much it. You know, a lot of these Pontic swords have been ranked up one time with one chevron. That gives them a nice little boost that they kind of need. They're not a terrible unit at all, but it does they could use that chevron. Definitely gives them just a slightly higher melee attack bonus and I think morale, melee defense, yeah. So base morale, melee defense, and melee attack. Some mercenary Celtic warriors back here. We are using the Ancient Empire mod for this. Here's more mercenary Celtic warriors. But look at my Pontic swords look freaking awesome. I'm not gonna lie to you. That like blood red shield is just fantastic. Now it looks like the defenders are not going to defend the walls. It looks like they're going to allow them to get onto the walls if they want to, and then they will defend the streets. That's mercenary hoplites on these. Hillmen. Oh, here, look. Seleucid, light cav. I mean, it's just light cav, but they might be able to get some kills on things like the Kushite. Oh, but look at... Oh, Marib, Camel Cataphracts coming out by Saba, getting into and just crushing that Kushite slave. Oh, man. And 150 kills in already. I mean, it's only on Kushite slaves, but still. I mean, honestly, that is 2 units that are no longer going to be pushing those tortoises. And then Seleucid bringing some units out. Looks like thorough spears and a thorax sword. Still have the light cav. They only got 6 kills, but luckily they didn't lose anything. That's kind of the big thing. Now on this side, we actually did have a thorax sword from Seleucid coming out. Not 100% sure what they're doing. Maybe just trying to come and, you know, slow down the push on the Tauruses, maybe? A lot of Cretan archers moving forward. Kush has some Nubian bows, excuse me. Parthia has its archers back this way. Parthian foot archers. Got the light cav from Seleucid moving around the edge here. I mean, so there is stuff that has come around the side. They actually are still causing some issues here. Is Hillman getting up onto the tower, or trying to, considering they have thorax swords, they've got the camel cataphracts, all kind of interfering with that. And then it looks like the hoplites here are just getting off of the towers. They dropped the tower, or well, no, they're not even landed, so they're just dropping these towers where they're at. I think they might have been, once again, using the towers to maybe block some tower shots, possibly? Camel cataphracts are at 267 kills with no losses. Now we have slave infantry getting onto this Taurus. They're going to go right in there, open up basically a cross breach. So you have a breach there, and then you're going to have a breach here that is going to allow. So it looks like the defenders are just going to defend here and here pretty much. So the attackers are still going to kind of have to go through 2 units, but it does kind of create a little bit of a cross scene. That thorax sword from Seleucid has just kind of stopped where it's at. The camel cataphracts, I think, went back. Yeah, they went back into the city. There, sweet. With 267 kills is fine for now. We'll just see how it goes later on. How about that? That's what those camel cataphract riders sound like, okay? Like, you don't know. You don't know. Yeah, so now they've got the breach here. And I guess slave infantry going in. Guess they're going to go in against the Pontic swords. Now, look at this, though. Because of the way the Pontic swords have set up, the Cretan archers are going to have really, really good shots against them if they take them. Look at that. I mean, if you see the banners, you can see that they have a perfect shot into the back of the Pontic swords. Not only that, look at the side shot into the edge of the Pontic swords. And here comes the archers. And then the second Pontic sword coming in and catching the Kushite slave infantry on the edge. Looks like we're going to get a switch out, maybe. Some Muscat Marauders going to take the place. The Pontic swords. Pontic swords have readjusted so that their backs are no longer exposed as much to those Cretans. So maybe Parthia is going to try and bring his Parthian swords over to take these tortoises. They are bringing some reinforcements here to basically help deal with those 2 units. The light cavalry for Seleucid, I'm not sure where they went. I don't think they went in on anything. Look back here wherever all the stuff was, and I don't see any dead bodies. So I don't know where they went. Maybe they went back into the settlement and I just didn't see it. Or I'm just not seeing something that they actually went in and killed. Pontus's Pontic Royal Cavalry still over here, kind of just waiting. Just making sure that the attackers know that they are there. I'm gonna be honest with you. I almost guarantee the attackers knew that Saba was going to come out with those camels. When you see Saba as a defender, they're gonna have a sally out. I'm telling you. You know, it's one of those things that if they've got, you know, if it's Saba on defense, just go ahead and prepare for it. You know what I mean? Prepare for it as much as you possibly can when it comes to those camel cataphracts. They, as you've seen from what happened earlier in this battle, the camel cataphracts are really, really nasty. All right, now we got Parthian swords going up against Pontic swords. That's a fun combo. Let's see if we can get a good screenshot. Got two really cool looking units here. Gotta go, like, you know, get those, like, fast frame, you know, takes just like the real photographers do when they need, like, you know, catch something in the moment that just click, 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 you know. No? Okay. I thought that was something everybody knew about, but that's fine. That's fine. It's okay, guys. You don't have to know everything. I don't know everything. I think I know everything, but I don't. The Parthians look like they are getting the better of this. 59 kills, 25 kills. Pontic swords were already pretty beat up beforehand. They got shot by archers, javies, yada, yada, yada. We got some thorax swords going up against some Pontic swords over here. And I think same thing. Pontics do not seem to be doing very well there. I think mostly due to the exterior effects of things like archers, more than just the thorax swords being better. This thorax sword's doing pretty good, though. 41 kills so far on it. And they are starting to gain a little bit more ground here. Still got a lot of Seleucid over this way. Still these two units be annoying. There's the light cav. I think, yeah, trying to get the Eastern Ballista crew. Probably just trying to get them out of the battle. And, I mean, it is broken, but it actually is not shattered. I would not be surprised if this unit actually comes back. Although, I mean, 14 kills, they're almost guaranteed going to have ammo. I'm really not sure where that cav was. The Royal Cataphracts, I think, came over to help out, but they were a little bit late. Yeah, look at that. There they are, wavering, but they are back. The light cavalry running away. Lost about 30 men so far, 29 kills. Not doing quite as well as, you know, the camel cataphracts. Look at this, though. We got some Kushite slaves that got in around the unit. I think they were going to try and get a flank on that Pontic unit, but there were a couple mercenary Moscow marauders from Saba that were there to help. All right, thorax hoplites coming in. Basically just the hoplite version of a thorax sword. A lot of their stats are pretty much the same. Obvious differences will be things like melee attack, because hoplites, they're not going to have the same melee attack as like a sword unit will. But look at this, they have broken it, so they are free to continue on to this. That will allow them to put pressure here, possibly allowing more units to get in this breach. Look at this, thorax sword from Seleucid has advanced a little further. He has moved up this way. I think he's basically, once again, just trying to be a nuisance, trying to just be annoying. And the Pontic Royal Cavalry has moved forward a little bit. They were further back. Now they have moved about halfway forward. Got some archers here from Seleucid, some thorax swords. Seleucid's kind of all over the place. Seleucid's over there and over here. All right, so Athens actually did not take advantage of that breach. So Pontus took a unit and closed off the avenue again. You can see thorax hoplites have gone into hoplite formation, but like they like to do in these situations, they go looking off in one direction. But you know what? It actually seemed to help, because the thorax swords got some really good javi tosses into this Pontic swordsman. You can see the hoplite trying to reconfigure its formation and get fixed up to fight this fight. You know what's interesting? If Seleucid move his archers over this way, you could probably get some really good shots into the back of the Athens units there. Pontus decides to fall back. I think it's probably a good idea. So the Pontic sword, I thought was going to come back this way, possibly this way, but it actually decided to go into this breach while a Celtic warrior here came in and basically tied up these units. There's a lot of archer fire coming in from the Syrians, and I don't think that's... I'm just not sure that's the greatest target for them. You know, they are in combat with some of your allies' own units, and you're kind of shooting dead into them. So I'm not sure that's really the greatest shot. Oh no, Parthia's ballista just shot right through his allies' thorax hoplites. And then the Pontic sword pulling back, and now the breach is clear and open. Got Shotel warriors here. The Shotels don't have that many kills, actually. But now we got Thorax Hoplite, Kushite Slave. Shotels are actually sneaking through. Look at that. There's a gap. Pontic swords are tied up here. Shotels went right past them. Gonna get tied up by some Celtic warriors, but now they need to get some more stuff in to deal with that. Shotels should do some damage here. They're up to 34 kills now. Now more Thorax swords coming in. Thorax Hoplites tying up the Pontic swords. Thorax sword over here is taking some damage. 8 kills, or 8 losses so far. And over here, Saba, a lot of his Moscot Marauders dealing with the Pontic swords. 4 Pontic swords and Thorough spears here. So Moscot Marauders are actually kind of curved around here. And so actually getting some jabby tosses into the side of some of those units. All right, another Thorax sword actually going to get into the side of the Pontic sword. The Pontic sword is all by itself exposed. So now he is engaged by Thorax Hoplites and Thorax swords, including one that is kind of getting in and around its edge. Not great, but I mean, I guess there's not a whole lot he can do about it. You know, he's tied up here at the breach. Honestly, I think probably the better idea there would have been to go and hit the back of the Shotels, which he's doing now. But I think he should have done it earlier, is what I mean. Got Eastern Archers up here. Then back here, more Eastern Archers. Sabaean Archers moving forward. I mean, like, Saba's actually kind of putting quite a defense into this. A lot of Moscot Marauders. Then we got a Silver Shield Sword from Seleucid. More units coming out. Look at this. So Saba has got his Cav out. Then we've got Desert Levy, Thorough Spears, and Thorax Swords, all honestly just tying up some of these units. You know, unfortunately, the attackers have to protect their flank as long as they have not built up a foothold here. So the more room they get inside the city, the more units they can move in. But right now, they are very limited on interior space, so a lot of their units have to stay outside, which means that they have to continue protecting their flanks here. The light cavalry came back out, 43 kills. I think it might have come in and taken out and finished off Parthia's artillery here. Parthian foot archers getting a really nice angle into the back of Saba's units. I mean, the Syrians might be able to help, you know, but... Ooh, what's... So the Eastern Archers for Pontus getting shot by Thorough Spears. 62 kills on the Thorough Spears so far. And a big break here. No, 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 look at this. Oh no! Athens going straight into the archers here. Pontus made a big mistake there. Oh no! All he had was one Celtic warrior over here, but when his unit broke, his Celtic never came up. So, oh man. Now, you could see that they did get their archers back. That is good, but they do have a breach. All that is here is one unit. So now, this is where the attackers begin to build their foothold. They're getting more and more space in the interior of the city, which is going to allow them to begin filtering their exterior units back into the settlement. And at that point, once your units are inside the settlement, you can use the defenses against the attack or against the defenders, because now what's the light cav going to do? You know, what's the camel cataphracts going to do? They'll be a lot more limited in the places that they can be useful outside the city, you know, and inside the city they become a lot harder to use. So we do have some Seleucid units moving forward. We've got a Levy pikeman back here, but a thorax sword from Seleucid has come in. So we've got a combined defense of Celtic warriors that are shaken and some thorax swords. The Celtic warriors, I think, are trying to get over and flank something. Like flank this unit, probably. Seleucid has a unit that he could very easily move in and around, but here comes Moscow Marauders, going to come help out. Got Shotel warriors and Thorough spears set up. The thorax swords, 15 kills going up against Shotels. Shotels should do pretty well there. Pontic swords, 76 kills, 102 men left. Thorax with 108 and 105 men left. Couple more units back this way. Still got some Syrian archers, Eastern archers. So far to me, it looks like this side is doing the best for the defenders, but man, this side is doing the best for the attackers. They've got a great push going there. Now, I'm not sure what's going on here, but thorax swords have moved all the way over here. Really extending themselves, but not really extending the attackers at all. So I'm not sure like if that's really that useful. You know, and I'm going to be honest with you, at this point, I don't know if this is... Like, they're tying up units, and I guess that is useful, but I'm not sure that it's not better to just have your units here to defend. You know, maybe if you had those units here, maybe you wouldn't have lost this area, you know. Just a flood of units, man. They got Eastern archers that actually did not end up breaking, so they're trying to support. But once again, they're kind of shooting straight into the unit, so I'm really not sure that it's worth it. You know, with archers shooting into infantry and things like that, you want to be trying to get as many good angles and back shots and side shots that you possibly can. By shooting straight into the front of the unit, you're really kind of wasting a lot of ammo, I would say. I think what they probably should do right here, this Shotel's been in combat for quite a bit of time, and I think they should probably switch this out with something, allow it to rest for a sec, and then charge it back in to re-get that charge bonus. You know, we saw when that Shotel charged into the enemy unit, it got like 30 kills, you know. But right now, it's been in combat for a while and has only gotten like 40 more. So I just think that they should probably be rotating a little bit better. That's one thing that I think is very underused. See, like here, you're throwing your Thorough Spear in, but you should take the unit out of combat first. But now they're moving I don't know what. Okay, Thorough Spear I think is just trying to throw jabbies. But I still stand by they should be trying to rotate and cycle out their units in combat. One, it keeps them fresher. Two, it allows you to get the bonuses of like charging in, things like that. Cretans are in, and they are shooting, not sure what they're shooting. Oh, in the back of the Syrian heavy archers. Yeah, Seleucid, that's probably not a great idea, man. You should probably get these Syrians off. But look at this, look at this. You got the Saba Camo Cataphracts. I can't think they're gonna... Nope, okay. I was like, are you gonna charge into a hoplite unit? That's probably not the best idea. That's a bad idea. Saba, man, is really just keeping this choke point locked down, man.
Yes, Commander.
Over here, their push has been contained. But to be honest with you, I'm not sure why the attackers aren't taking advantage of that right there. Could be the map, like this area could be kind of goofy. But like looking at it, there is a spot wide open on the side that they could sneak through. Parthian foot archers. Ooh, thorax swords getting shot to hell by Javies. 86 kills on them. They've done pretty solid, but they're half health and they're just getting killed. And they, even if they had Javies, they're not going to throw them because they're in shield wall. If I was them, I would probably just try to get into this combat instead of just sitting there taking the javelins. You could even like go into combat, then bring the Pontic sword up to assist. Another thing, archers up this way could probably get some really good shots here. They would need to be careful of these, though. Ooh, not good for the defenders. Another thorax sword breaking. It's gone. It's shattered. Big gap. Will the attackers take advantage? If they do, but they also need to block that. But if they can block this and then get through here, what I would do is take one unit, settle off your flank, get the other unit in, and then do that. Oh, man. I think they should have cut off the thorax sword and brought in the Shotel to hit the flank of the line. But they didn't. They pulled out. Thorax Hoplite going to switch out instead, and they're just going to stay in the same line that they were in. I'm not sure. Like I said, I would have pushed forward, cut off the thorax sword, and brought in another unit to flank. At that point, they would have this entire thing under control, allowing them to push this way and continue to support this. Now over here, it looks like Athens had the idea to move around, but I think he's probably microing somewhere else because he's not going in or pushing forward. He's just sitting there in column formation. But the Seleucid unit is going to break here. Ooh, look at that thorax sword, 186 kills, excuse me. Pontic swords did go into combat. Ooh, Sabas cataphracts coming in. They're going to hit the side of the desert, or of the Thoroughspears. It's a good target, good target. Javies from the Parthians? No Javies from the Parthians. That's what you needed. You really needed that Javi toss. They've lost 5 men. They actually didn't get very many kills in that Thoroughspear. Got the Parthian Royal Cataphract over here. Should at least help. The camel cataphracts will have the advantage there, being that 1, they're camels, and 2, they have a higher mass than the Royal Cataphracts. But the Royal Cataphracts should help. So thorax hoplites, they're not using hoplite formation, but this defense I think has just been a bit sloppy. I feel like they haven't really done a great job of supporting this line, which has been what's kind of caused them to be pushed back so far. They have actually regained some ground, so they have actually regained to almost the same to the original position. And once again, like, they are just smothering this corner. So the other day I attempted to do a replay of a battle that I actually screwed up and yada 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 yada, and so that's why it never got posted. But I brought up how at one point I brought up about smothering the attack. If you can keep the attack locked into a corner, as defenders, you can gain a huge advantage, especially because it gives you the advantage in deciding how this battle goes. If you can keep them locked into a corner, then you have priority. You decide where they go. It also makes it where, like we discussed earlier, they can't get more units into the settlement. You can see they still have units outside of settlement just because they don't quite have enough room to bring them in. So on this side, really good job by the defenders in locking down this side, not allowing the attackers to get into these more open areas that free up space for their attackers for their units to continue to filter in and support the attack. The slower that their reinforcements can come into the city, the slower that they can support their lines. That allows you as the defenders to really support, you know, and keep them locked down and keep your lines, you know, supported out. I've said supported a lot right there. So we got levy pikemen that are defending this area. They are not in pike formation, though. That's a bit of a whoopsies by Salukin. And once again, like, where's the support? Where's your units? These levy pikemen are not very good, especially when they're not in pike formation. Oh no, guys. Like, this guy, they have 35 base morale. They are so bad that this right here could break them. It absolutely could. He luckily noticed his boo-boo. He got in pike formation, but he still has one issue. His pikes are getting shot to hell by Kush. And so once again, these levy pikemen with 35 morale, they're gonna break. Like, if he leaves them, like, I think he's realizing, but had he but look at this, he runs away and leaves his archers, which I guess they're out of ammo. But man, if you're out of ammo at 102 kills, that's not great, man. That's not great. I'm just gonna be honest with you here. Because look at this. This is a Sabian archer with the same damage but less range that has 181 kills. You know, that's not good. Those Eastern archers should definitely have at least as many kills as this. I think that goes back to the fact that we saw a lot of firing into the front of units, which is just a big no-no. You'd see the balance of power is pretty heavily in the attacker's favor. I don't know about heavily. It's definitely still, like, recoverable by the defense. But at this point in time, the balance of power is in the attacker's favor. And look at this. Like, they have now, like, this excellent defense. It just, because of this, they couldn't continue to hold this. So now they've had to give up that excellent position that they had to fall back and allow them room. And as you can see, look at this. Look at the units that are filtering in now. All of this space opening up for the attackers. And like, okay, I understand the cataphracts being out, but this needs to be in your city. I'm sorry. You are not doing well enough inside the defense to continue to have these units outside the walls. These units need to be inside helping defend the city. Like, you're no longer doing anything. What are you holding? You know, there's nothing that's really there's barely anything being left out here to defend anything. So Pontus here, you can see, is going in, sorry. But at this point, Salukin, just bring your stuff back, man. Like, it's not worth it. They should be defending your settlement. You're running out of troops to defend. Honestly, at this point, if I was the defenders, I wouldn't even say it'd be a bad thing to start falling back towards the point. You know, Cataphract's still just trying to kind of teasing, you know what I mean? I think he's trying to get into the Parthian general and maybe knock out a general here. No, he's knocking off the archers. Or I don't know if he meant to knock off the archers, but he did get a charge into the Royal Cataphract General. I think Kush needs to come help him. You know what I mean? Armored Shotel coming around to help him out. Maybe try and get the Royal Cataphract out so maybe it can turn around and cycle. Camel Cataphract, I don't think got a very good charge. I think its charge got broken when it was coming through. It caught on these Parthian foot archers. So I think it kind of broke up that charge a little bit. I don't get it. Like, there's literally no point to having these two units here, man. Like I'm sorry, they should be back in the city. Royal Cataphracts actually have 63 kills right now. It's not on the Camel Cataphracts. Camel Cataphracts have taken some losses, though. They're at 32 men. Wait, was it on the Camels? Holy shit. The Royal Cataphracts wrecked them. I think that the camel cataphracts got a really bad charge, and I think that the royal cataphracts were actually able to turn around and get a good charge on the camel cataphracts. Camel cataphracts only got a couple kills on the royals. They got a charge into the back of the Parthian swords. Once again, I haven't seen him use trample in a while, so I'm wondering. I'm not sure. Maybe he used it a little bit earlier and we missed it. All right, so now we got some troops finally coming in to try and push back these attackers. Maybe support these levy pikemen. Levy pikemen, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm not a huge fan. They're not a great unit. I like that 35 base morale is not good. Like, I understand he wanted to bring some pikes, but he wanted to save some money. But I'm still not a fan. So we got some hillmen up here just chilling on the wall. Oh, because they're trapped. They busted down any sort of ability that they could to get off the wall. Oh, that hurts. I mean, it's just a hillman, but it still sucks. Look at this. Look. See? The two units are gone. Like, yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I'm tying down this the Parthian sword. Okay, but now their cav was able to sneak around and swarm you and do everything because they have all this room to screw you up. So, like, was it worth it? No. Green archers getting shot by Sabaean archers, which are now falling back. They had that one, this guy, 184 kills, man. I think the pikes are broken, by the way. Celtic warrior here is about to break, so like what's going to happen is boom, and then boom. And then once that happens, they have an open road to continue moving through here. Especially Shotel's here. I think Shotel's are probably going to go into that Celtic warrior. More and more archers moving forward, trying to counter off some of these guys. Got the mercenary hoplites, hillmen. So did the camels just get defeated, it looks like? Maybe they did. Last I saw they had like 30-something men, but I think they might have gotten taken out. Over here, you got a thorax sword that I think was... You know what? I bet you that's the thorax sword from out here. Is it exhausted? No, but I bet you it is. Bet you it's the thorax sword that they brought back into the city because they still don't know why they had it there. Like, I get the concept of the distraction of tying up units outside and making them distracted against you, but I also think there's a point where that's just done. You know, like where, okay, there's no point to doing this anymore. So we now gotten to the point where we actually can't see much of anything left. I'm really not sure why the Pontic General is going and setting up over here when his entire flank is exposed. And I think he's now realizing that, like, oh shit, I can't go there because then they can surround me and I die. So now you can see the Pontic Gen is falling back. This has been an interesting one, guys. I'm gonna say that, like, it's been interesting. And now Saba's archers are like, what were they gonna go? Like, they're out of ammo, looks like. So I thought maybe they might go like slow down the unit. I'm just not sure what's going on here. Like, I've seen a couple things on the defense. I'm like, man, yeah, good job, guys. And then some things where I'm like, what? Like this? What? Why are you doing this? So Pontus sending a unit to go engage a thorax sword so that he can get surrounded by Kush. What? Oh, my head hurts. I don't get it. I just don't understand. What a waste of a unit, man. Like that's not a cheap unit either. That's a double chevron Pontic sword. So now we got the Seleucid general coming to help out the Pontic general, and actually it looks like he just came up to give it a battle rhythm. Congratulations. This is an archer unit which was hiding in this little cul-de-sac, now moving back. It looks like, come on, just fall back, guys. Come on, just fall back, please. Pretty please, just bring your men back to the point. Come on. Eastern Archer is now getting shot by a bunch. Nubian bows, Cretan archers. Eastern archers, by the way, have 10 armor. Okay? 10. 10. That's all I've got to say about that. Thank you, Pontus. Run away. Oh, no. No, just go back. It's not worth it, man. You're defending way too much space. So now Seleucid general is coming in and engaging here. Switched out from some thorax swords. So silver shield swordmen going up against thorough spears. Silver shields, of course, look fantastic. Trying to catch up with the thorough spears, but uh-oh, here comes the show tells. Royal Cataphracts, I think, trying to expose some flanks here. I think he's going to try and come around and get around the sides. Thorax sword's probably going to go fill up that side. What? No! What are you doing? Seleucid, no! By the way, this is just disgusting. Oh my god. Like, good lord. No, Seleucid. Take this thorax sword and bring it back. If anything, the thorax sword should be here, and I don't know why you're switching out Marie Guard and Pontic swords here. They shouldn't even be in that spot. They should be back towards the point. Now you got Saba's Cataphracts that have come in, 455 kills now, so they're just running through everything and anything. I'm not sure why they feel like they can just get through a mercenary hoplite though. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, there was a lot of troops in here. Really not sure how that Cataphract got that far, but it's whatever, it's gone. So, yeah. What is your desert levy is just chasing off? I don't get it. I
Double time!
I don't know, guys. I don't know. Now the Syrian archers, I think we're trying to get like an angle on stuff, or maybe they're trying to shoot over at the Cataphracts, but now they're running away because the Cataphracts are coming this way. Thorax sword has 46 kills, so could possibly have some jabbies, which is not a fun thing for the Cataphracts. Shotel Warrior 77 kills, 54 kills on the Silver Shields. Combat is EU. Well, now it says winning slightly. 115, 114. Seems like they're relatively evenly matched at this point. To be honest with you, me personally, I'm not a Silver Shield swordsman guy. I'm typically more of a Royal Peltis guy. Marie Royal Guard just doing the thing, fighting the good fight. Pontic Royal Cavalry coming in now. They've only lost 20 men. Where are we going? We gonna try and bust through this? We're gonna come like this way, or not that way, but that way, sorry. But uh-oh, look at this, Parthia. Gonna come around and probably kick your ass. Although, I don't know, maybe not. 50 out of 80. So, like, it is relatively injured, so, like, that could make a difference. Eastern Archers moving forward. They're down. They only got 78 kills, so they could have some ammo. Thorax Sword, I just don't get why, man. I just think this is kind of a waste of a unit. Like, if the attackers really wanted to, they could just come in and kick your ass. Yeah, Pontic Swords are not going to have a good day with this. We've got Battle Rhythm, Second Wind, and maybe trying for a... Does he no trample? Maybe he does. He might have used trample like earlier on, I'm going to guess. But you can see the Pontic Royal Cav took a really big hit there. 37. They only got one kill, looks like. Oh, no. Now Kushite Royal Guard just going to do the same thing. Oh. Pontic Royal... Oh, man. Look at that. Kushites, the Royal Guard kills just really bumping up. Yep, and there we go. Down to 12 men. And counter another cycle, or rear charge, excuse me, by the Royal Cataphracts. Finish it off. Break that unit is now shattered and gone. I am a little surprised that the attackers didn't really send anything over this way. They could be just like, no, we're going to force our push in this direction. We're going to use our full force in doing so. That Thorax Sword just not really doing anything. Like, it's got 110 kills, but it's down to 70 men. Like, Showtells are going to... Oh, Disciples of Epidemic. Oh, no, they're going to do even worse. They are going... So, Frenzy, Battle Rhythm, Headhunt, all of the above. Disciples of Epidemic are just going to wreck this unit. Especially being flanked by Kushite Royal Guard and a Mercenary Hoplite. So, yeah. And now, look at this. Like, they're just continuing to gain ground. You know, your Silver Shield Sword General, 90 men. Amazingly, doesn't look like he's dead yet. I'm not sure how. But look at this. All that's left is archers. I'm pretty sure all they have is archers, this, and that. I think that's it. And I'm be honest with you, I hate to say it, guys, but I think I'm going to call it here. Attackers are going to win this one. Look at the balance power. A minute 46 left in the battle. So we're just going to go ahead and fast forward and finish this one out. Brave Royal Guard is just fighting the good fight. 109 men out of 160. 125 kills. They are getting some good kills here, but it really doesn't matter because, as you can see on the other side, the attackers are fully through, and that's going to be it. So, yeah. Now Pontus, I think, finally realized, like, oh shit, they're behind us. Oh no. Man. I didn't get some of the defenses that they set up here. A lot of it didn't really make sense to me. They really, I'm be honest with you, it just didn't seem to me like they did a very good job in supporting their front lines, in keeping units fresh and moving in when things were breaking. And I think that's really what led to it. So looking at kills for Athens here, we have Fight Me with 2,471 kills. So, Thorax Swords 242, 201, nothing to be upset about there. Archers 228, 188, 149, 141 on Thorough Spears. Nicely done. Then Pacifist as Parthia with 2,057 kills. 220 on the General. Then his Parthian Swords 178, 158. Archers all did really well. Yeah, pretty solid overall. Aristocrat as Kush with 1,496 kills, but he did have some healthy stuff left. Archers, they did all right. They did okay. That one, 136, pretty solid. 191 on Armored Chotel. A really fresh Disciple of Epidemic. So, yeah. Then we have Candor as Saba with 2,038. I would say, of the three defenders, I think he really did the best job here. Especially as a faction that is considered a bit underpowered for defense, for like siege battles. 460 on the Saba, on the Reeb Camel Cataphracts. But something to really look at here is like a big number of kills is not everything. So you should hope to see a bit more XP gained from those 460 kills. 460 kills with only one chevron, I'm be honest with you, is a pretty good indicator like that most of those kills probably weren't on the greatest units. But 460 is 460. That is kills. So like, still a great job with that. Yeah, that's one thing. Like, if you're looking at that, you see someone with 800 kills. Look at how many chevrons they got. Was it really good units or was it just trash junk? Shit. Archers, they did all right. This one did really well. Maria Beauregard did excellent. And then the Moscow Marauders did nice, very well done. 152, 154. Then Mr. Gray as Pontus. Mr. Gray, 1,755. 135 kills on his general. Archers, did okay. 130 is pretty good, but the others, Celtic Warriors did really well, 163, 158. And then Pontic Swords, a couple did pretty solid, 190, 106, 107. Then we have JJJ with 1,764 kills, 135 on the general. His Thorax Swords did pretty solid, 246, 252. Levy Pikeman, I said what I said. Syrian Archers, that's not great, guys. I'm just going to be straight. That's not great kills. You should definitely be hoping to get at least like over 100 on these guys. So I think that's another place that, in reality, I think a lot of the stats that we've just looked at really point to the explanation of why they lost. So, but I mean, in all, it was a great attack by the attackers. Like I said, these three, I know that, I know 5 of these names, four. Fight Me, Pacifist, JJJ, and Candor. I know all 4 of those names. I know Fight Me and Pacifist are very experienced, really good players. Candor, I know the name, but I'm not sure his experience. And JJJ, same thing. I know the name. He's been in the Discord for a little while, but I'm not sure exactly how well versed he is in the game. But overall, I thought it was a solid enough battle. Interesting, especially looking from the attacker's perspective. But that is going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for joining. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to go hit that subscribe button. Subscribe button. And then hit that like button and leave a comment. I always like to see them. I try to respond to them if I can, especially if people have questions, stuff like that. And then if you guys enjoy these videos, something that's really cool is in the link or in the description, there is a link to my Patreon. And something that's really cool about that is there are 3 levels, $1.99, $4.99, and $9.99. And they allow you some different perks. The biggest perk that you get from those, even at the $1.99, is you get early access to my videos. I put them up on Patreon the night before and put them on YouTube the next day. But when I put them on Patreon, I don't activate the ads, which means that as a patron, you are paying a lot of times literally just to be able to watch the videos without ads. And then when I post them to YouTube, I activate the ads. So if you're interested in that, go check that out. I would love to have you guys involved, especially if you are on the Discord. It gives you a cool little role to be like, hey, I support through Patreon. Woo, But as always, I love to have you guys here. Thank you guys so much for joining, and we'll see you next time.